Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. We are going to get started in about 30 seconds. So I just want to welcome all of you to this 30-minute talk. You can settle in, get nice and comfortable. If you'd like, grab a notebook or a journal to jot down some inspiration, some different ideas. And yeah, settle in. It's really going to be an awesome time together. I know these 30-minute talks always fly by, so I hope that you settle in and open yourselves up to learning some really great information today. Welcome. We'll start here in right away. Awesome. All right, I can see everyone trickling in. So I just want to welcome you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited to welcome you to this 30-minute talk on the law of attraction and business. Today we'll be exploring what it means to be an energetic being and how you can begin harnessing the law of attraction to help you in your business. Now, what I want to share today with you is really a breakdown of what I call your energetic power pathway. I feel so passionate about sharing this knowledge because once you can begin applying it to your life and to your business, really anything and everything becomes possible for you. You know, it really is the pathway to your own empowerment, and it's also the pathway to really increasing your confidence. And the beautiful thing is that you already have everything that you need within you right now to begin applying this to your life and your business. Now, before we get started, I want to invite you to get nice and comfortable. Take a moment to settle in. You know, I encourage you to have your journal or your notebook close by and give yourself permission to silence your ringer, close down your social media, and just allow yourself to be fully present, you know, so you can take in all of the information that's going to be shared with you today. We really are going to have a really awesome time together. So let's get started. Now, my name is Dawn Weatherspoon, and I'm the creator of the signature program, Discovering Greatness Within. I'm a certified mindset and confidence coach and a certified meditation teacher. I've also been an entrepreneur for over 13 years. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how I have come to understand the law of attraction and share a few of the ways that I apply this understanding to my life and my business every single day. Now, before we move on, I just want you to know also that I'm not going to be pitching you anything on this talk today. There really is nothing for sale, so you can just sit back. You know, it's pure value and content and training really just to help you in your business. Now, right now you might be wondering, who is this Dawn? If you don't know me personally, you might be wondering, you know, why should I listen to her? Does she have real life experience with this that can actually help me? So I'd like to just take a quick moment to share a little bit more about my own entrepreneurial journey, and that way you can get to know me a little bit more. I own a movement and wellness studio brick and mortar business, which I started in 2005. In 2006, I completed a business communications degree with a specialization in marketing. And in 2008, I brought on private equity investors in my business. I expanded. I grew my team to over 25 people, and I scaled the services that we offer to better meet the needs of thousands of our clients. And then fast forward a few years, you know, I married my amazing husband, Morgan, and we now have two beautiful daughters, Ella and Sadie. And in 2015, I actually celebrated buying out my private equity investors and gaining 100% control and ownership over my business again. And although there have been many successes, you know, along the way, over the last 13 years of owning my own business, I can share, you know, honestly, that running my own business hasn't always been easy. When I first started out, I had this vision of helping women, you know, of being in service and creating this lifestyle of freedom, flexibility, and ease. But the truth is, once I got started, I felt overwhelmed almost instantly. I really had no idea how to handle the pressures that came along with running a business. And so I did what most passionate, purpose-driven business owners do. You know, I tried to work harder. And the harder I worked, the more exhausted I felt. I sacrificed self-care and precious time with my family, you know, in the hopes that by working harder, I could somehow magically create a successful business. And I guess is how I felt, you know, after years of following this approach. Well, if you guessed drained, frustrated, confused, and really wanting to throw in the towel? You definitely guessed right. By running my business from a place of sacrifice and obligation, I felt pretty horrible. And my vibration and my frequency were really rock bottom. And this was my experience for years until I finally understood a valuable lesson that I was really overlooking. I finally understood that the universe is really ready and willing to support me, but it was time to start doing the internal work so I could receive the support that was trying to come my way. It was time to look inward for clarity and guidance. It was time to take care of the person running the business, not just the business. It was time to reconnect with my energetic power pathway so I could become a magnetic force for attracting my clients, sales, and success in my business. And I can tell you that once I did, everything really changed for me. And now, as a mindset and confidence coach, I get to walk beside my clients as they too begin reconnecting to their inner greatness. And I can share with you, that once you truly understand who you are from that higher level perspective, and once you reconnect to your energetic power pathway, everything in business and life really becomes so much easier. So let's dive in now and begin taking a look at what I refer to as your energetic power pathway. Now, as you can see, the starting point in your power pathway are your beliefs. The beliefs that you hold, whether you're aware of them or not, affect your thoughts. Now, your thoughts and what you spend your time focusing on and thinking about sets off a chain reaction, and that influences how you feel. Your feelings and your emotions are an important guidance system. They give you an indication of your vibrational point of attraction. They signal to you whether you're vibrating on a high frequency or whether you're vibrating on a lower frequency. So when you're feeling good, you're vibrating on a high frequency. And when you're not feeling good, you're vibrating on a lower frequency. And then finally, your vibration and your frequency is what influences what is attracted to you in your life. Now, the powerful law that's in place making all of this happen is, of course, the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction is always in place, just like the law of gravity is. Now, you may not be aware of its presence, just like you might not be aware of the presence of gravity in your day, but it's very much real, and it's affecting us every single moment of our day, just as the law of gravity is. And once you begin paying attention to these different areas along your power pathway, you will truly begin experiencing the most amazing support from the universe. So now that you understand this important foundation, let's take a look at the different areas in more detail and begin applying them to your life and your business. Let's begin by taking a look at your beliefs. Now, when it comes to your beliefs, whether you're aware of them or not, they are influencing you every day. I want you to stop for a moment and think about the level of success that you have experienced so far in your business. Now, if you haven't been able to see the results that you truly desire just yet, then there's a good chance you have some limiting beliefs getting in your way. Now, when it comes to running your business, I want you to think about the stories you tell yourself over and over again about running a business. Do you find yourself saying things like, running a business is really hard? Or there are so many hurdles and challenges to overcome every single day. Or I don't ever have enough time. There's always way too much to do. What about I have to work really, really hard for money? Or there's never enough money. What about things like it's really hard to attract clients? Or how about entrepreneurship is really lonely? How about things like it's uncomfortable putting myself out there and speaking in front of others? Or I'm not good at selling. Or how about, I don't know how to use social media, so I just don't do it. I want you to stop for a moment and recognize that these statements that swirl inside, these stories that you're creating, they are your beliefs. And these beliefs and stories are limiting you. Now, why is this important when it comes to your power pathway? Well, your beliefs influence your thoughts. So for example, let's say that you want to start welcoming abundance and prosperity into your life. So maybe you start repeating some affirmations and you make statements throughout your day like, money comes easily and naturally to me. Or I have lots and lots of money available to me right now. Now, these are really great affirmations, but the thing is, if you don't actually believe these things are true for you, you'll have that negative voice inside shouting back at you, no, you don't, or that's not true. And that can really interfere with directing your thoughts in a way that will serve you. So it's important to spend some time increasing your awareness of the stories and the limiting beliefs that you currently have that are interfering with the life and business that you want to create. And then once you're aware of them, you can begin reprogramming your subconscious mind through different techniques, such as self-hypnosis and visualization. Now, these are techniques that I'm using every single day to reprogram my subconscious mind in different areas that really affect what I believe is possible for me in my business. As I reprogram and create new success beliefs, really I see myself transforming and welcoming more success into my life because my beliefs influence my thoughts. Now let's take a look at the next important part of your power pathway, which is deliberate thinking. Now you'll see here I'm sharing a quote from Jim Fortin, who is someone I received coaching from in the past. And I love how he phrases this important understanding that we are the thinker of our thoughts, meaning that we're actually separate from our thoughts. And we get to choose what we think about and what we focus our attention on. Now we can choose to focus on positive, empowering, and uplifting thoughts throughout our day, or we can choose to focus on worrisome thoughts, on problems, on things that we're fearful about. But really, when it comes down to it, the choice is really ours. Now let's consider why this is important when it comes back to our power pathway. Remember, what you think about really sets off a chain reaction, influencing how you feel, where your vibration lands, how your frequency is impacted, and eventually what is attracted to you. So you know that what you think about right now in this moment is in fact actually creating your future if you keep your attention on it for a prolonged period of time. And the exciting thing is that when it comes to deliberate thinking, you're in the driver's seat because you can control what you think about by becoming deliberate about what you're thinking and focusing on. So what does that really mean? Well, being a deliberate thinker means that you're going to start thinking on purpose. You're going to begin choosing where to direct your thoughts and attention as you go about your day. Now, it's important to note that on average, human beings, we have about 50 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. So of course, we're not going to try to control each individual thought. We probably drive ourselves crazy trying to do that. But what we can do is try our best to be consciously aware of what we're focusing our attention on as we go about our day. And then when we notice that we're thinking about something that isn't serving us, we can be deliberate about shifting our focus from that topic to one that will actually serve us better. Now, this becomes important when we find ourselves focusing on problems or things that aren't going great in our business. Sometimes we make the mistake thinking that focusing on an issue or a challenge and trying to figure it all out is the best use of our energy, but it's actually not. Energetically, think about what happens to you when you focus on a challenge. The more you focus on it, the worse you start to feel, right? The bigger the issue starts to become. And if you stay focused on it for a prolonged period of time, the more things that mirror that same negative vibration and lower frequency will start to make their way to you. And this is, of course, thanks to the law of attraction, right? So when you have a challenging situation, the best thing that you can actually do is remember that you are the thinker of your thoughts. And then you can begin to be deliberate about pivoting your thoughts away from the problem or the challenge and towards something that actually makes you feel better. So for example, I like to use a pivoting technique where I write at the top of a fresh page, I know what I don't want in this situation. What do I want? And then I spend time writing out how I would like the situation that I'm facing to be resolved. Now, doing this shifts my attention from the problem to possible solutions. And what's awesome is that there are actually so many of these little amazing techniques strategies and games that you can apply as you become a deliberate thinker, mindset shifting techniques, right? You've already probably tried some of them, but maybe you weren't aware that you were actually applying deliberate thinking. And I share with my clients, when it comes to deliberate thinking, there really isn't a one-size-fits-all strategy. And that's why there are so many of these little mindset shifting techniques, little games that you can use to direct your thinking as you go about your day. When you've been thinking about something for a long time, and you've built up a lot of negative momentum around that subject, sometimes it can be tricky to figure out how to shift your focus even when you want to. And then other times you might catch yourself in the early stages, and you might be able to make shifts quickly before momentum really starts building, right? So just know that this is a day-by-day, moment-by-moment practice. And if you find yourself seemingly stuck on a topic that continues to bring you down, really having someone to support you through those areas can be really helpful. Even when we want to make changes in our lives, sometimes it's hard to be objective and know what will work, right? We're almost too caught up in the middle of it. So my suggestion is really be open to receiving some support, because learning how to be a deliberate thinker is one of the most powerful skills that you can learn for long-term success. Now let's take a look at the next important part of your power pathway, which is paying attention to how you feel. Now, with all that you're learning about your power pathway, I hope that you're starting to realize that it's super important to begin paying attention to how you feel, because how you feel really is an indicator of the future that you're creating. You see, your feelings and your emotions act as your guidance system. They tell you really whether you're on course for creating the life and business that you truly want, or whether you're off course and an adjustment is needed. Now think about, for example, how you feel energetically on the days that you're upset and irritable, but you do nothing to help yourself feel better. Okay, what ends up happening? Well, inevitably through the law of attraction, you can expect that more things that will make you feel upset and irritable are on their way to you. Right? So maybe you find that you run out of printer paper, or your computer gets a virus, or a customer complains, or maybe you receive an unexpected bill in the mail. Now on the flip side, think about how you feel energetically on the days you're feeling happy, vibrant, and full of passion. What ends up happening? Well, inevitably through the law of attraction, you can expect that more things that will make you feel happy, vibrant, and full of passion are going to be on their way to you. So maybe this is a new opportunity that gets presented, or a new customer comes forward for you, or a new exciting idea or inspiration comes to mind that will really help you in your business. How you feel is an indicator of your vibration and frequency. And that affects what you are attracting in your life. Now, because of this, it's really important that you make feeling good a priority in your everyday life, because feeling good is the pathway to harness the powerful law of attraction to your advantage. Feeling good is the pathway to allow universal support to help you in your life and in your business. Now, as a business owner, it's important that you're not only aware of how you feel, but also that you do things to help yourself feel good and feel better throughout your day. So when it comes to paying attention to how you feel, the starting point, of course, is checking in, right? You need to take breaks throughout your day and ask yourself, how do I feel? If you're feeling good, awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you're not feeling good, maybe you're feeling tired, overwhelmed, frustrated, worried, exhausted, or any other negative emotion, you know that a course correction is needed, and the sooner the better. Now, as soon as you check in, you're going to begin noticing the messages that your body is trying to tell you, your inner wisdom is trying to share with you. So what's powerful is asking yourself, what do I need right now in order to help myself feel better? This wisdom coming through is going to be different every day depending on what your body really needs in that moment, right? So for example, if you've been overwhelmed running from task to task all day, then when you do this process, you might actually discover that what you need is to slow down for 15 to 20 minutes so you can start to recharge. Now, other times in your day, you might be craving some movement, right? Especially if you've been, say, sitting in front of your computer all day. So each time that you do this process of tuning in, asking for what would help me feel better, and then receiving some messages, you'll be able to then take inspired action based on what would feel good or feel better to you in that moment. Now let's take a look at the next important part of your power pathway, which is raising your vibration when needed. Now, as we've already covered, when you remain vibrating on a certain frequency for a prolonged period of time, you'll begin attracting to you other things on that same frequency. And as you connect with this power pathway and become more aware of your frequency, there are more things that you can do to raise your vibration when you need to. And I have found that the most simplest and most effective way to do this, to raise your vibration quickly, is to turn to ease. Okay? When you experience some ease in your day, your vibration will rise quickly and naturally. It's kind of like using the metaphor of holding a beach ball underwater. Once you welcome ease into your life, it's like you're letting the beach ball go, okay? It floats naturally on the surface. You don't have to hold the beach ball up. It just starts to float naturally on its own. And that's exactly how your vibration and your frequency operates too. When you remove some of the stress, when you remove the overwhelm, when you remove the rushing, your vibration will rise naturally, just like the beach ball. So how do we welcome ease into our lives? Well, my favorite way is through the practice of meditation. Meditation is really about allowing ourselves to temporarily let go of active thoughts, conscious thoughts, with really no other purpose than to feel ease, calmness, and inner peace. Meditation is also a beautiful practice for coming into alignment. And by doing so, you begin connecting with your inner guidance and receiving inspirations and ideas that will help you in your business. Now, I've been teaching meditation for many years, and I want to share with you a few key things to keep in mind when you're first starting out with this practice. Just take note that it does take some practice. You're learning a new skill. You know, it's very common to struggle to sit still for even 15 to 20 minutes. And the most common feedback that I get from clients is that they struggle with focusing and keeping their thoughts from coming in, right? And I want you to know that that's totally normal. And to really help you in that process, it's very powerful to use what's called a focusing tool. There really are some specific things that you can focus on during the practice of meditation that will help you direct your attention, and these are called focusing tools. So these include things like mantras, guided meditations, and breathing techniques. They provide a single point awareness to direct your attention as you begin the practice of meditation. I also suggest with this practice to create a supportive environment around you and gather the tools that will help you make incorporating daily meditation into your everyday practice really simple and easy. Now let's take a look at the final stop along your power pathway, which is paying attention to what you're attracting and making adjustments when needed. So I want you to think about your current circumstances in your business right now. What have you already attracted? Are you seeing the kind of financial results that you truly want? Do you have an abundance of ideal customers to work and play with? Do you have a dream team of amazing people offering you more support than you could ever ask for? If you answered yes, then awesome. Congratulations. You likely already have, your vibration and your frequency quite mastered. And so keep doing what you're doing because you're doing great. But chances are you may have some parts of your business that you know could be even more successful, right? We usually all do. And so you've probably also seen countless other regular, everyday seemingly people, having incredible successes in their business. And so deep down inside, you know that, if they can do it, so can I, right? And the good news is that you absolutely can. Now, paying attention to what you're attracting is an important part of the power pathway because all you have to do is look at what you're manifesting in your life to know if adjustments are needed. The results really speak for themselves. If you're not seeing the results that you want, all you have to do is make little tweaks along your power pathway by focusing on creating some new success beliefs, by deliberately directing your thoughts, by paying attention to your feelings and emotions, and by managing your vibrational point of attraction, right? Now, a gentle word of caution here. I just want to mention that it's paying attention to what you're attracting doesn't mean that it's important to get fixated on reality, okay? And I want to make sure you don't get too down about how things have turned out for you so far. Understand that your current reality really is just the result of past thinking, feelings, and vibrations. Right now in this moment, your power is here because you are creating your future. So really don't dwell on things, how things have turned out so far for you in your business. It really doesn't serve you to do that. It just lowers your vibration and your frequency, and it also makes you feel bad, right? On occasion, my suggestion is just take gentle notice, and then use those results as an indicator if adjustments are needed. That's it. The truth is that the pathway to success is actually not a complicated one, and change will happen very quickly for you once you start applying these basic understandings. So now let's just take a moment to go through a quick summary of some of the key topics we've covered today in this talk, okay? We started by exploring our beliefs and why it's important to become aware of our beliefs and stories and how they are affecting us. Then we took a look at the importance of being a deliberate thinker and how what we think about sets off a chain reaction influencing how we feel, where our vibration lands, how our frequency is impacted, and what is eventually attracted to us. Next, we discussed paying attention to our feelings and our emotions as our guidance system, and checking in and then taking inspired action to help ourselves feel better. Then we discussed raising our vibration when needed by reaching for ease through the practice of meditation. And finally, we took a look at paying attention to what we're attracting and making adjustments when needed. Now, I know we covered a lot of ground in a short period of time today, right? But I truly hope that you're starting to understand what it means to be an energetic being, and that you're beginning to see how you really do have control over the different aspects of your power pathway, which means that you can begin harnessing the powerful law of attraction to your advantage in your business by managing your vibrational point of attraction. Now, I want to make sure that you feel completely supported as you move forward with this knowledge and begin applying it. There really isn't a lot of value in attending talks and trainings like this if you don't take the information and begin applying it to your life and your business, right? But I also understand that it can feel confusing sometimes to try to do that on your own. So I want to offer you some assistance. I have set aside some time over the next week to speak with you personally about your business and how you can begin applying all the information that we covered today. Now, because you're on the talk today, I'm offering you a 45-minute Master Your Mindset call, and this call is offered to you completely free of charge. Now, on this call, we'll deep dive into your business and create some simple action steps to begin harnessing your energetic power pathway to your advantage in business. Now, to receive this support, all you have to do is book your call by visiting dawnwotherspoon.com/apply. Right now, I have about 6 openings on my calendar in the next few days, and I know they're going to go fast. They always do, and I open up opportunities to bring practical learning into your business. So I definitely suggest, going there right away before all of the openings fill up, okay? Now, once you book your call, you'll receive a link to join the Zoom platform at the designated time. And I suggest, being sure to carve out some uninterrupted time for yourself, where you can actually speak in private and really open up about your business. And again, just to reserve this call and a chance to speak with me privately about applying this information that we covered today, visit my website, dawnwotherspoon.com/apply. All right, this concludes our talk today, everyone. That time went by so fast. My name is Dawn Wotherspoon, and I really hope that this has served you, and I thank you so much for joining me. I did want to let you know about an upcoming opportunity. On Tuesday, May the 28th, I'll be hosting another 30-minute talk on the topic of meditation basics for business owners. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in learning more about easing into the practice of meditation. Okay? Thank you again so much for joining me today on this talk. I really hope to connect with you on a call very soon. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. All the best, and bye-bye for now. Thank you. Bye.